My final question at this point, and I'll go across to Ambassador Dayal for that. So, what should be India's stand going forward? Because I think if there's one key takeaway from this debate is that it is an important concern for the Indian High Commission in the UK, given the vast number of Indians here who are staying in the UK as students, looking for employment, or as professionals working there as well. We have seen an alarming rise in the hate crimes against Indians, not just in the UK, as you mentioned, also in Europe, in America, in Canada, in Australia, New Zealand as well here. Is this perhaps the first step, when you look at the advisory issued by the Indian High Commission, to really taking a more assertive stance to ensure that Indian students are no longer treated as cash cows and then left to the mercy of far-right extremists anywhere in the world, especially in the UK?
Well, first of all, you have rightly said that such tensions are being manifested not just in the UK, but in a number of other countries also. And these tensions are the result of the feelings of right-wing nationalism in certain sections of local society. These sections feel that the locals are being left behind and that the sovereignty of the country is at stake. And a lot of this actually coincides with the rise of immigration and a rise of the cost of living. And these sort of crises have fueled tensions. Now, what should India's approach be? This is a very pertinent question you've asked. Naturally, India is concerned about this right-wing violence because our communities, people of Indian origin, and also, of course, in particular, Indian citizens who live in the UK. You mentioned the Indian students. There are a very large number of Indian students there. And Government of India is rightly concerned about their welfare. So action really has to be taken by the UK authorities. India has done the right thing by cautioning its community, by cautioning Indians living there to be very careful, not to take risks. In other words, to stay indoors as far as possible and not to mix up or not to venture out to areas which are troubled. Secondly, of course, and this is something that has been done, that we have taken up the matter with the UK authorities, because action really lies with them. It's the police which has to control, and the police is under the UK authorities. So we have to take up the matter repeatedly and emphasize to the United Kingdom that our nationals are either there as students, and as you said, they are contributing to the country's economy because we don't go there for free. Our students pay a lot of money. Secondly, of course, there are Indian immigrants who are there lawfully. These are not unlawful immigrants, but they've gone lawfully on visas and are working in terms of the requirements of the United Kingdom. So there is a need for the United Kingdom to protect Indian immigrants. But the problem is that the whole situation is so messy that, there are immigrant communities from various countries, all living together, all mixed up. And if a particular community is targeted, then it's just because of the fact that the agitation, the right-wing agitation, the right-wing violence is targeted against all immigrants. So I think that this problem has to be dealt with by the UK authorities, and they really have to take meaningful action to check this violence.